Well, thank you everybody for being here tonight. I am so excited to be sharing this webinar with you. I am so proud to be, I'm so proud of every single part of this business, and I am really excited to take you all through the ins and outs of what this business is all about the business model, about the gift that I have to share with you guys. And it is an absolute honour for me to be presenting to you about the experience that I've had so far with doTERRA. And I love that I'm able to share that with you. It's to me, it feels like it's actually quite mind-blowing that I'm here on this webinar talking about this, because it feels not that long ago that I started my doTERRA journey. And to be here as a doTERRA Diamond to take you through what it's all about is just incredible. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to go beyond the essential oils. So I'm going to be obviously going beyond the amazing essential oils that we use and the benefits that we get out of them, and talking specifically about the business opportunity. So what does the business model look like? I'm sure many of you are asking that question. How do we create a conscious and abundant doTERRA business? And what is doTERRA all about? So I'm going to share with you a little bit about the company and why I chose to do doTERRA in the first place. I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory about myself, and I'm going to be pretty open and transparent. So I really want you guys, if you have questions, please keep them in mind, put them in the chat box, and I will answer them as we, if I can answer them as we go, I will. If not, I will answer them at the end. And then if it's a really long answer, I might park that and just get in contact with you individually. But I feel free to ask me any questions that come up. So I'm going to share what worked for me, why I choose and love doTERRA, and I hope that I can inspire you with your own journey. So a little bit about me. As I said, I never thought that I would be doing a webinar in front of you guys about the business opportunity. When I first started with the oils, I actually had no idea of what they could do for me and my family. I literally just wanted to reduce toxins around my home. At the time when I was introduced to the oils, I was working full-time as an account manager for a publishing company, and the job required me to work really long hours, and we hadn't had my son at that point. We were newly married, and I was really stressed because we were trying for a baby. We'd had a bit of trouble, and we were struggling with money, and then I'm thinking, oh gosh, what are we going to do when we actually do fall pregnant? So I felt stark worried and really unsure of what my future was going to be with my job role. The job that I was in, although I loved the job, it was an amazing job. It was a job where they were not family friendly, unfortunately, and it required large amounts of travel, which I obviously wouldn't be allowed to take my family with me. So was a little bit nervous about what was going to happen. And because my job was quite a full-on job, it was quite stressful, my health had declined, and any form of self-care had taken a very back seat in my life. So I knew that something needed to change. Not long after realizing this, I decided to study as a health coach, and I've always been really, really passionate about helping people with their health and wellness. I was always the one out of my friends that was, eating the salad sandwich when everyone was eating Macca's, sort of thing. But for me, it was a natural progression to move into health coaching, and then from there, when I started using the oils, it just felt really natural for me to share those with others. But when I first started, I literally just thought they were nice smelling things that made a house smell nice, and when a friend introduced me to them, and I was pretty shocked at the vast amount of things that the oils can help with, of course. As I said, we were trying for a baby, and it wasn't until one day I was cleaning my shower with bleach, and I thought, this can't be good. And I got chatting to a friend, and this is probably how most of you have either been introduced to the oils. I know there's quite a few that are already in the Healthy Happy Life tribe here tonight. And most of you have probably started in a similar fashion. You got chatting to a friend about the oils, and then all of a sudden here you are in the world of oils, which is amazing. But generally that's how it happens with the oils. We fall in love with them, we share them with others. And so here I was starting to be concerned about what I was putting on my skin, using around my home. And a friend said, try these oils and see how you go. From there, it was a match made in heaven, realizing that I could not only replace the toxic chemicals, but I could help myself physically, emotionally, and mentally. But I still had, at this point, I still had not thought about doing the business opportunity. It just sort of started happening quite naturally. So I joined as a wholesale customer. I began using the oils and learning about all the ways they could help. And I just fell in love with with the pure, high quality purity of the oils and experiencing so many health benefits. So I just kept educating myself on ways that I could reduce toxins around the home. And by this point, I had started my first blog, Healthy Belly, Happy Mind. And so I was sharing with people how I was reducing toxins around the home. And it just sort of started really quite organically, just by me. I may have shared a tip about how I got rid of ants in my kitchen by using peppermint oil. And it just sort of started from there. I started seeing people having more and more interest. And it just started to grow. By this point, I had fallen pregnant. So a couple of months after I started my wholesale account, I actually fell pregnant, and I was quite sick in my pregnancy. And so throughout my pregnancy, I was just using the oils personally and falling more and more in love. But I was about to go on maternity leave, and I started panicking because I thought, what am I going to do? We had always struggled a lot with money. Although we were both, my husband and I were both really hard workers, we just kept falling short of opportunities, and it just never we always seemed to just miss the boat. And we were in a huge amount of debt at the time. And I was panicking because how could we pay our mortgage on one income? And my husband had actually just started his own business at the time as well. So it was pretty much half an income, going from 2 full wages down to half an income. So it was a little bit scary. But after Asher was born, I decided to dive in and share the oils, and I haven't looked back. 3 months after Asher was born, I hit a leadership rank in doTERRA, and my business has just continued to grow. I'm always really transparent to say that it is, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It does take work, but I have loved that I have been able to do this work with a priority of helping others and to have grown my business. And I really want to take you through my journey with that. So, and then within 12 months, I actually have created a 6-figure income within my business, and it still amazes me to this day that, for me wanting to reduce toxins to not use bleach in my shower has created such an amazing opportunity for myself. And I love that I'm able to share that with you. So I'm actually going to bring up, I'm just going to share my screen with you. I'm going to take you through one of our booklets, which I will email to everyone afterwards. I hope that everyone can see this. I will just, I hope that everyone can see that. I'll just check. Can I get a thumbs up? Yep, perfect. Cool. So this is the build guide. This is a doTERRA overview of the business. I will email this to everyone. I'll just write myself a note so I remember to do that. Email build guide. And then that way you guys can have a good read of this if you can't quite see it. Let me just bring it. Okay. So I'm going to take you through a few things on this page, but I wanted to talk you through. So when I first started, and I actually started looking properly into the business, I felt blessed that I discovered that there wasn't a single part of the company that I could fault. I love the way that they operate, their background, their sourcing, the quality of the product, their business model, and the support that they provide. There truly wasn't a single part that I didn't love. And I think what really helped me to grow my business was the fact that I dived in and really got to know this part about doTERRA and about the way they source, about their integrity. And for me, especially running my blog, Healthy Belly, Happy Mind, integrity and honesty is so important for me. And so that's why I really want to be really transparent on this call tonight. And I will be honest, completely honest about my journey. But I love that from me diving right in and learning deeply about the company, it has really helped me to grow my business, because I think that you can only share something with others that you're truly passionate about and that you truly believe in. Some questions that we're going to cover tonight in depth are how much does it cost to get started? What are the steps to success? What is my earning potential? What support do I get? What is my time commitment? So we're going to go over that in detail. And I do have some notes here, so I hope that I don't go too quickly for everybody. And please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so number one thing I want to say is we are a product-based business. So we lead with the oils. The beautiful thing is about that is we're not your average product-based business. We you may host, I mean, you've probably seen a few companies out there where you may host a couple of parties and earn a few dollars here and there. But the thing is with doTERRA is this business actually allows you the opportunity to completely multiply and replace your income. The best part about this business model is there's no pushiness. So I've never felt like I've had to be a pushy salesperson or anything icky like that. That was a huge block of mine, and it was a huge fear that if I did the doTERRA business that I'd be this pushy salesperson, and I can promise you that I've never felt that. It's purely my business is purely formed on authentic connections and by helping others, and I just absolutely love that. It's such a heart-centered business, and I think that that's why doTERRA works, because there's just no grossness about it. So I'm out there every single weekend. I'm teaching classes for my team, for my friends, and it's just really great. I have a lot of fun with that. I have met some amazing people. And I think the fact that we lead with a product that is completely unparalleled in the market, there are so many essential oil companies out there, but unfortunately they don't go to the extent that doTERRA do with the way that we ensure that our oils are 100% pure. We are the only company that tests our oils to the same requirements that doTERRA do. Each batch goes through 9 different sets of tests, and they're completely transparent about that as well. So if you want more information about the way that we source and the purity of our oils, go to the website called sourcetoyou.com. You can actually look up the barcodes that are on the bottom of the labels, and you can actually see the information about that particular batch. And I just think that that is incredible, especially when you can use these oils on your skin, in food. You want to be making sure that these oils are pure. So I love that about doTERRA. So yes, there's nothing even close that mirrors the quality of our oils around the world. So, however, from a business perspective, the business model is fantastic because it's great for men and women who want to control the flexibility within their lives. So they want to control, they want to create a business where they have complete control of the flexibility, where they put their hours, and complete control of what they put their time into. And I also love the foundation and structure that doTERRA have put in place to make this really easy for us. So, we don't have to worry about doing marketing. We don't have to worry about doing like creating the product, doing all the testing. It's all done there for us. We have an incredible customer service team that look after all the questions that come by. We also have, they look after shipping out the product. So, we don't have to buy huge amounts of product and have that sitting in our home. It's there and it's all done for us from doTERRA. So if you are not currently a member, then you may not be aware. Basically, when someone orders through you, you don't have to send that to them. It actually comes from doTERRA themselves. So doTERRA have been around since 2008. There's steps for success, which I'm going to talk about in detail today about how you can make this business work. And I really wanted to touch on the fact that the thing I love most about this business model is the flexibility, because, I mean, if we're completely honest, in this day and age, the current business model is completely outdated. The fact that you've got a mum and dad usually that have to go off to work. You've got both parents working, struggling to pay for daycare. Oftentimes, one of the parents is actually working just to pay for the daycare. I think, and the majority of people on my team are women. They're stressed out. They're not sure how, whether it's worth it going to work. They're missing out on their kids' time when they're young. They're feeling frustrated because they want to pay the bills, but they've got all these other overheads. Or they might be a stay-at-home mum who is trying to pay the bills but obviously can't, and is just stressed. Or you've got the full-time mums that are exhausted because they're working, they've got to catch the train, leave at 6 o'clock in the morning, won't get home till 7 o'clock at night. They're exhausted, and I just think that in this day and age, it just doesn't work anymore. And I love that doTERRA gives us another option. It gives us an option that has freedom and flexibility and working on our terms. The other thing that I love is there's no prerequisite for the business. So, you think about any job out there that pays a decent wage. There are, you've got to go to uni, you've got to have all these steps in place, you've got to have all the experience. The beautiful thing about doTERRA is, all you need to do is put your hand up and say, yep, I am keen to do this, and I'm going to do it. Anyone over the age of 18 can do this business, which is fantastic. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to have a background in sales and marketing. You don't have to have a massive Facebook following or anything like that. Literally anyone can do it. There is a lady that I absolutely love. She is a blue diamond, and she doesn't even have Facebook, and she has made this business work. So it is absolutely incredible. Yeah, so it wasn't long when I started actually diving into the business that I realized that it ticked every box for me. And alongside all of this with the business opportunity, we also have a huge humanitarian side to doTERRA, and a lot of people don't actually realize that. So I know I'm probably rambling a little bit here, so I do apologize, but there's a huge humanitarian side. So doTERRA have a lot of so the humanitarian work runs through the blood of the company, and the founders are it's just the most important thing for there. So they just recently had a humanitarian trip to Nepal. In Nepal, we are doing amazing things. We are educating the women over there who get absolutely no sexual education. And unfortunately, around that time of the month, they get sort of shafted off to a hut at the back of the community because they're not allowed to participate. So we're working on educating these communities to really lift them. We provide sanitary pads. Just last year, we partnered with OUR, which is Operation Underground Railroad. It's an organisation working in Thailand to fight child sex trafficking, and we donated $1.5 million to that initiative. The money is actually going to train up the Thai police to know what to look for to put an end to child trafficking over there. So it's just, it's incredible to be a part of that. And I know it sounds corny, but we're changing the world one drop at a time. And I just think it is just an incredible opportunity to be a part of that. So, not only do we create goodness around the world, we're creating abundance with our families. We run our own businesses. So yes, I don't get a company credit card, but I don't get a company credit card for all my travel and things like that, but I earn enough to cover those costs, and it gives me the freedom of choice on what I want to do with my days. It's incredible to have the connection with my team as well, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as well. So as I said, we've been in operation since 2008. We have over 5 million customers globally, which is pretty incredible. We have 7 amazing founders, and they have between them 160 years of essential oils experience. So amazing, amazing team. I highly recommend you read up about them. They're an incredible team. We're globally reaching every continent in the world now, and we have customers all over the world, head offices in different locations, and we have the highest customer retention rate of any company in the world, which is really incredible. The business itself, so doTERRA itself is actually debt-free. They're privately owned, which goes hand in hand with the fact that we have the ability to give so much back. So I love that. And talking about the product themselves, the fact that they are the highest therapeutic grade essential oils on the planet, the quality is proven. We have the ability to show you where the oils come from. The fact that the audits show that they're free from yucky things like herbicides, pesticides, and any nasty stuff that you don't want anywhere near your body or your children's body. It's just incredible to have that behind us and have that backing and know that, the oils, they speak for themselves. So on top of being the company as strong as it is, the products being the best in the world, the compensation plan is actually a leader in the industry. So, I actually don't know any other company that the compensation plan is as generous as doTERRA's. So it's just brilliant. And I'm going to talk you through the compensation plan a little bit and the ways you can earn shortly. So doTERRA markets through direct selling, or you may have heard it as network marketing or multi-level marketing. I absolutely love that. The beautiful thing about it is, the way that these oils work is, when you experience them, when you smell them, you realize that they are incredible and you need them in your lives. So by having face-to-face contact with people, you are able to share these oils and they're able to experience them. I love it, you know, and I love the fact with network marketing. I mean, think about how often will you say to a friend, oh, you have to go and see this movie. It's an incredible movie. Go and see it, and you'll rave about all the things about this movie. It's the same thing with the essential oils. You know, you have an experience where, you know, you may have used On Guard, which is our immune boosting blend, on your child, and you've helped boost their immune system. They've been healthy all winter, and then you share that with with your friends, your family, with people that you've met at the park, if their little kids a little bit under the weather. You know, it's lovely that you have this gift to give to people and for them to experience that. So I love that they've chosen a direct selling model because it's that direct contact, that direct connection with people. Okay, yeah, so you crack a bottle, the product speaks for itself, the product sells itself, which is the beautiful thing about it. We have, as I said, the most incredible compensation plan in the world, and I'm going to jump into that shortly. What have I got here? Yeah, the other thing that I love that's really, really amazing about doTERRA is, regardless of the fact of whether you want to do the business or not, when you purchase doTERRA essential oils, you purchase the oils in the same way. So there is never any pressure for anyone to do the business. I think it's 85% of the 5 million customers of doTERRA, 85% of those people are purely just customers. So, you know, 85% of those people are people that just love their oils. They're customers, they purchase their oils, they bring them home, they become the healer in the home. You know, they may put tea tree on their kids' scratches, or lavender to help their little ones sleep, or peppermint to energize in the mornings if they haven't been able to, you know, wake up. And then the remaining 15%, and I'm going to talk about this shortly, but it becomes an option of choosing your own adventure. And I'm going to talk about this shortly. But basically, with this, you have the decision, you have the choice of whether you share enough to get free oils each month, whether you supplement your oils, whether you share enough to supplement your oils so that you can just get your oils for free a month, or you know, you may just want to do it part-time and just earn a few $100s each month, or you can actually create a full-time business using and partnering with doTERRA. The reason that doTERRA is better is because it is residual income. So when, you know, you may work really hard in the beginning, and then that will snowball and it will completely keep paying you. So last December, I did one class and I got paid my full diamond income. And I'll talk through the income shortly, but I loved that, you know, I could take the month off and still earn the high rate of income that I had worked for that whole year. So residual income is incredible. I'll talk about that shortly. They talk in this little booklet, you'll see they talk about the man that hauled buckets of water for a living. You know, every day he was, you know, hauling these buckets of water to town. But one day he grew old and weary and was just exhausted. And so what he did is he built a pipeline. And then when he turned on the tap, he was still able to earn the exact same, but everything changed. He was able to, you know, kick back a little bit. He was still able to reap the rewards of all his hard work, and everyone else still benefited. So I just love that analogy, and please feel free to read over that as well. Okay, so 65% of our customers purchase doTERRA at least once to every 1 to 3 months, and they continue to do so. You know, because they're replacing things in their home, they're replacing their toxic products, they're replacing toothpaste, they're replacing all of these things that they, you know, may have nasties in them. They're able to replace those with doTERRA. doTERRA also do, you know, what's it called? Moisturizers, cleansers, all sorts of things that are low tox and no tox, and it's incredible to be able to start swapping these out. We do laundry detergent, and I mean, if you've ever looked at some of the things that are in our laundry powders from Coles, it's pretty scary. So it's nice to be able to have these options to, you know, be supplementing and getting all of this free. So we have a 65% customer retention rate. The industry average is actually only 8%. So it's pretty good to be in the doTERRA side of things. So you can see here, there's some information here on the page here where they talk about the doTERRA difference and the difference between other direct selling opportunities. So this is all because of the quality of the product. And I know I've been going on about it a little bit, but it makes such a huge difference. When you have a product that you can believe in, it just makes all the difference. The other thing too is a lot of other network marketing companies, they don't have a product to sell. They have an opportunity. Well, you know, their product may not be as high as the doTERRA product. So they're constantly having to push this sell, trying to get people to do the business and the opportunity, instead of having a solid customer base that's really going to grow and make that happen. I've just had a question pop up. I'll just quickly check that. Oh, we'll check it shortly. Sorry, oh, there we go. Okay, Lauren just said, can I just say, oh yeah, so Lauren's just said, I was trying to find a cheaper product and now I've tried them. There is no way I'll use anything else other than doTERRA. And Vatni said, oh yes, she got $300 worth of free products today. How awesome is that? It's really cool. I mean, what other company do you know that do that? So, so unlike other companies, doTERRA doesn't spend millions of dollars in advertising. Instead, it rewards members and wellness advocates who are working with individuals and families to empower them to change their lives and educate them on the therapeutic benefits of essential oils. So now the next question that usually comes up is, well, how much does it cost? So it's a big question. I get asked that a lot. The coolest thing about doTERRA is it is hands down the most low investment opportunity to create your own business, where you get to be the CEO, your own boss, and your sole proprietor. It's the smallest investment I've ever seen to run your own business, really. So the startup can be as low as $50. So that would be your membership and postage. That is the lowest. So that's the lowest to get started. Now, what I do is I always recommend anyone who wants to get started, whether that's just as a customer or someone who wants to do the business, is the Home Essentials Kit. The Home Essentials Kit is our highest selling kit. It is every single oil in that kit is an oil that every family needs in their home without a doubt. It is also our best value for money. So you get our top 10 oils, it is $330. However, you get a free diffuser and the oils are heavily discounted. So to give you an idea about that, frankincense is normally $120 at retail. When you buy it in that kit, the oils average out at $33 each. So you're saving a huge amount, which is brilliant. The other thing is that not only do you set up your home, you also set yourself up with the perfect kit to do your classes. The top 10 oils in that Home Essentials kit are what I carry to every single one of my classes. They're the only ones that I take people through because I don't want to overwhelm people with a million. I mean, we've got a lot of oils, but I don't, especially with people's first classes, I don't go in depth into every single oil. I just talk about those top 10. So not only does that set your home up with beautiful oils for your family, you're also setting your business up as well. So, so the $330 Home Essentials kit is what I'll recommend, and I'll go through that a little bit more in detail at the end. But you could do it for as low as $50 if you wanted to start. Our lowest investment enrollment kit is the Essential Collection Kit or the Family Essentials Kit. That's $174. So you could start with that, but the Home Essentials Kit is definitely what I recommend. And then you have our loyalty rewards order. So you then have an ongoing monthly product investment of it's around $125 to $150 per month. And so that's your only business overhead. Now, it usually like many of you would know, especially if you've ever worked in small business, it usually costs about 80 grand to set up a small business, a bricks and mortar business. And 95 to 98% of those fail in the first 3 years. So pretty scary when you think about investing that sort of money. Now, the beautiful thing is with doTERRA, it is so small. And, you know, it's just really nice to know that you, not only is that an investment that you're doing every month, the coolest thing about that is you're not just giving $120 to $150 to doTERRA, you're actually getting products, which you can actually build your kit up slowly. You can then use those products each month around your home. You can use them, like for me, I use lavender, like the ones that we get every month are lavender because it really helps Ash's sleep. We get Digestin, which is a really brilliant oil that helps my hubby. He gets indigestion and that really helps him. And then you can also use that $120 investment for buying oils to give us samples to start sharing with others as well. And we take you through all of that. But, you know, I make all of my home products. So now I don't buy any chemical cleaners for my home. So I'm actually saving a huge amount of money because I now make all of my home products. I use all of the oils for all of my health benefits. Asher, he's 2.5 and he's only been sick once. And that's incredible. You know, we traveled on 36 flights last year. And every time I used to get on a flight prior to oils, I would get sick. Every single time. We traveled on 36 flights, and we were only sick once last year. And the only thing that changed were the oils. So it was just really comforting to have something that I could support my family with. And the beautiful thing about that is even with your loyalty rewards order, once you start sharing, you actually start getting your oils covered and free. So I haven't paid for my oils in over 2 years, which is incredible as well. So the same product doesn't arrive on your doorstep every month. You have complete control of your account and you can change that every single month, which is brilliant. So yeah, it's literally your choice. And yeah, so it's super low. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about are the steps to success. So I'm going to bring that up. So hopefully you guys can see this. Fingers crossed. So basically, this is pipes. So this is the bricks and mortar of our business. This is what makes our business successful. It doesn't need to be difficult. It's prepare, invite, present, enroll, and support. So prepare is where, you know, you're getting to know the oils, you're doing a bit of research, you might be coming to a webinar similar to this one here. You're getting to know the products and the training system. Inviting is inviting your friends and family and people to come to learn about natural solutions. Presenting is doing classes or one-on-ones. Enrolling is enrolling or empowering others to start their essential oil lifestyle. And then supporting is supporting your customers and builders to succeed. Now, I have an in-depth training program which starts on June 4th is our next live round of our mentoring program. It is a 5-week program that takes you in detail on how you can do these. I have a proven track record of my classes. I have a lot of information that can really support you guys to start your business successfully but easily, you know, and to work it around your lifestyle as well. Okay, so now one thing I want to say as well is there is actually only 1% of the Australian population that have a doTERRA wholesale account. 1%. So there is huge opportunity in Australia right now. We are in the beginning, the early days of our doTERRA journey. Actually, sorry, it is actually 2% now. I recently heard, sorry, but 2%. We still have 98% of people who are ready to learn about the oils. The other great thing that I will mention is I have done a huge amount of classes, and not once have I ever come to a class and everybody there has got an account. I still have people that every single class have never heard of doTERRA, and I am helping them to experience for the first time. It is just absolutely incredible. So this is the time to start would have been 8 years ago when we started, but the next best time is now. So yeah, so how do you start? So this is a question that comes up quite a bit. So there's a few different ways that you can share. So I briefly mentioned you can do one-on-ones, and you know, obviously you might want to start with 1 or 2 of these, see what works for you. I find for me personally what works best is that in-person connection, chatting to people, just sharing with them the oils, letting them try them, having that smell. And I also do some work online as well, but the majority of my business has been built face-to-face. You can also do free or paid in-person classes. Now with your classes, these classes can be small classes. I actually don't recommend any more than sort of 5 to 6 people in a class. You can do bigger, but I always find the smaller classes, the more intimate classes are the ones that you really want to go with. You can infuse, if you have a blog, you can infuse that into your current blog. But I really want to make the point here that you do not need all of the blog or the social media to make this business work. You can also use social media as well if you wanted to, and you can do free or paid online classes as well. So there's a few different ways that you can incorporate the oils, and you just work out what works best for you. Okay, so I'm going to bring up the next page. Now this is a little bit of an overview into how we get paid. So this is how you can discover the possibilities. So again, it's choose your own adventure. and we're going to talk about this shortly. But so on the side here, I'll just see if I can move this across, hopefully. So on the side here, you can see there's a little bit of an overview of the different ways you can get paid. The first one I'll talk about is Fast Start. So Fast Start is called Fast Start because this is our instant income. This is what happens when you enroll somebody. They join and you will receive 20% of that purchase. So for example, if you enroll someone with a Home Essentials kit, which was that kit that I was telling you about before, you straight away earn $47, and that is paid every single Thursday. The best thing about that is, say you had a class next weekend and you sell two Home Essentials kits, you've earned $100. That's $100 towards that that monthly setup. You've already got your oils pretty much covered for free. Yeah, so it's called Fast Start because it's pretty much instant income. So there is there's second and third layer of Fast Start. So when you enroll someone, you earn 20% off that. Now, if that person then decides to enroll someone, you would earn 10% off that person. So your enrollment would earn 20 and you would earn 10. Now, if that person's enrollment then enrolled someone, they would earn 20%, then your enrollment would earn 10% and you would earn 5%. So as your team grows, it's actually quite substantial how much that Fast Start grows. So my Fast Start is actually pretty much on par to what my Fast Start alone, not even talking about the other businesses, is pretty much on par to what I was earning in my corporate role. So it's quite incredible to think that that's just one bonus out of doTERRA. So the 20% is $47. Now the 10% is $4.70 and the 5% is $2.35. Now obviously the $47 is the exciting part. The other two aren't so exciting, but you'd be surprised when you have a team that's grown, it really builds up. So yeah, so that's Fast Start. The second part, what else? The second part that we get paid is Uni Level. So Uni Level is paid on percentages based on our structural organisation. And it's basically paid, and I won't go too much into this, but it's basically paid on what people within your organisation are purchasing. So we get paid this monthly, and it compresses our organisational volume. And so as our beautiful tree or our organisation grows, so does our Uni Level. Now Uni Level is uncapped, so it can grow. So you can see here that as you're going up through the levels, you can see that in the beginning, most of our income comes from Fast Start and a little bit of Power of 3, which I'll talk about shortly. And then we have our Uni Level, and then it goes into leadership pools, which I'll talk about shortly as well. So, yes. Yeah, so the next thing I'll talk about are the leadership pools. So each month, doTERRA takes 6% of the total global sales, and they split it up amongst the 5 leadership pools. So the 5 leadership pools are the silver, gold, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond. And so they're the leadership pools that you can get paid on, and they're listed here. And they're pretty crazy. They go from silver, starts at around, the bonus is 150 US per month, and then it can go all the way up to like $15,000 to $35,000 for a presidential diamond. That's per month. So it's pretty incredible. Jessie, who I enrolled with, my friend, she is the world's youngest presidential diamond. She managed to reach presidential diamond, I think, in 2 years. She's got 2 small little boys, and her income is just, it blows your mind. I mean, you can see these are the income averages that they're talking about here. Presidential diamond. When I first saw these, I thought they were completely fake, but I can guarantee you that these are the averages. So they do start slightly lower than this, but that is pretty much, once you've got all your bonuses, that is pretty much what you're entitled to. So it is absolutely incredible to see this. And, you know, I generally see within many of the leaders that generally people, if they have been doing this at a part-time rate, they generally, when they get to platinum, they'll gold or platinum, they'll quit their job and go into doTERRA full-time. So yeah, pretty crazy. I know I was completely blown away, and I think for a long time, one of the things that sort of held me back from diving into the business was I didn't quite believe that it was real. I wish I'd started sooner with the business, but obviously everything happens for a reason. And I always say to everyone, you know, you just need to go with what works for you. And yeah, and I'm so excited to guide so many of you through this. Okay, so yeah, so basically if you work hard at the beginning, it pays off tenfold. Okay, so talk a little bit. Now the other way that you can, the other bonus that I haven't talked about yet is Power of Three. So Power of Three is based on the way that you structure. So it's paid monthly, and it's when you help 3 people on your front line to do regular orders, and then you receive a bonus of 50. So when these people are ordering, you're receiving 50, and then as you go through the levels, when you help their 3 people, then you get 250, and then you get a $1,500 bonus if you again help their 3 people. I do have a lot more in detailed trainings about this in my mentoring program, so please don't feel too overwhelmed with this side of things just yet. I've got a lot of stuff, a lot of resources to really help and guide you get your head around it really easily. So they're the bonuses. Now, another question that I get asked is, how long does it take? So you can see down the bottom here the average months that it takes to achieve. So elite is usually the average month, if you are consistent in your business, is usually around 3 months. Premier is 6 months. Silver is 18 months. Now you can see here, an elite is when you have 3,000 volume underneath you. A premier is when you have 5,000 volume with 2 personally enrolled people at 2,000. Silver is when you've helped 3 elites, and you can see how that tracks up. So platinum is when you've got 3 silvers. Diamond, which is where I'm at now, which is where you've got four silvers. It averages out at 16,000 a month. I am pretty close to blue diamond, so that is when you have 5 golds, and that averages out at 37,000 a month. And then presidential diamond is where you average out at about 110. I have heard that when you start at presidential diamond, it can be around the sort of the $80,000 mark. So I mean, that's per month. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, so that's just a little bit of a brief overview. Elite and Premier is usually when you're paying for your product. Silver to Platinum is supplementing your income, so supplementing whether you're working part-time, that's supplementing, and Diamond and above is when you're replacing and multiplying your income. So I hope that's made sense. But Silver, yeah, Silver, they say on average takes about, well, this says, my old notes said 13 months, but this says 18 now. For me, I reached Silver, I started sharing consistently after my son was born, and I reached silver after 5 months. So I'd been sharing very casually for about maybe 6 months prior to that. And then when I dove right into the business, it took me 5 months to hit silver. They say it takes an average to hit gold 27 months. I hit gold 2 months after I hit silver. And diamond, they say it takes an average of 42 months, and I reached diamond 18 months after I started my doTERRA journey. So you know, it's pretty much a choose your adventure. So I'm going to talk about this, because obviously it's one of those things where you get more out the more you put in. So, you know, if you're just, you know, doing it very casually, obviously you're going to get more of that outcome. So I'll just change the page. So yeah, so I always say to people who want to grow a business, you know, what's your goal? You know, because if I'm looking at what their goals are and I see a discrepancy between how many hours they want to put into their business and where they want to be in their business, you know, whether they're not willing to put more hours that would be needed to get to their goal, I say, you know, that sounds really great, but you know, that's a great goal, but with that time frame, you may want to, you know, you might want to spread that out a little bit longer, you know, because I don't want them to feel disappointed or to feel like they might burn out. You know, right here you can see to pay for your product, needed investment is around 3 to 5 hours per week, and that's around the elite to premier mark. 10 to 15 hours a week, that's your elite through to gold, and 15 to 30 is your diamond. So, I mean, if you are consistently putting in 15 hours a week, you can really quite easily get to diamond. You know, they say that you can reach diamond within 2 years of your business if you are doing minimum two classes a week, reaching out to 2 new people a day, following up with 2 new people a day, and at least doing 1 team support thing a month, and that's diamond. You know, I think, you know, a class usually takes me 2 hours. That's 4 hours out of the week there, plus my other things here and there. I know for me, because I started the business after Ashley was born, I couldn't do a full-time job. So for me, I just fitted into nap times, into whatever worked for our family, and I found that worked really, really well. So you've just got to find what's going to work for you. And, you know, you're more than welcome to print this out and start going through, you know, what would make the biggest impact in your life, earning more, working smarter, doing what you love, and look into this and see what resonates for you. And then just, you know, you can have a look at what your goals are, and I can really help you with that as well. So I'll be there to really support you with that. But, you know, if you just want to get your products paid for, then that's completely okay. You know, I will never ever pressure any of my team to do anything they're not ready for. I provide a ton of resources and information, but it's your business. So it's up to you to do the work. Yeah, so that brings me on to what the support is. And so I'm going to swap this screen, and I'm going to walk you through what the support looks like within the Healthy Happy Life Tribe. You may have been sent here tonight by another member of the Healthy Happy Life Tribe, and that's completely okay. We're going to be plugging you into that as well. Okay, so I'll just stop this share. Oops. And I'll just share my new screen. Oops. Oh, I don't know why that's not working. Let's try something else. I don't know what you guys can see. Oh, I think you can see it. I just can't see it on my screen. I'm gonna, Evelyn, can you see my booklet? Yeah, cool. Okay, so it wasn't showing up on my screen. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so basically, when you enroll with myself or a fellow wellness advocate from the Healthy Happy Life Tribe, you get access to not only our support, but you get access to a huge amount of resources. Now, all of these resources are available to not only the people doing the business, these are available to every single customer that comes through. So when you first join, what I recommend is, even if you're wanting to do the business, is to get really comfortable using the oils. Oh, let me just something pop up. Oh yeah, cool. Thanks, Barney. So what I always recommend is get used to the oils first. You know, the oils are going to be the lifeblood of your business. So, you know, get really comfortable using them. You don't need to, you know the Modern Essentials book off by heart, but it's really handy to get comfortable. Use your oils in your home first, use them with your family, and then you'll find that you'll naturally start sharing them as well. So when you begin your journey with us, you get access to the Healthy Happy Life Tribe Essential Oils Guide. You get 25% back off all the products, any purchase that you make. Plus, you get an additional 30% back in product points through our amazing loyalty rewards program. You get access to member-only promotions. You get access to a one-on-one consultation with the person that you enrolled with, and they can introduce you to the oils and assist you in getting the most value out of your membership. Access to our private members group. We have 2 private members groups. We have a general members group and also a business builders group. So there's a huge support there. You actually get your own online account to manage orders. And that is a website that you can actually send to potential customers of your own that can enroll through you. So this is all done for you. You get resources to start your journey, including online classes and courses. And we actually have a members portal, which is chock full of recipes and lots of other things in there as well. 6-month beginners email series. And we do oil camps and other educational events as well. So that's if you are just wanting to use the oils for personal use. However, if you decide to do the business, you get access to a program that I created called the Healthy Happy Life Tribe Mentoring Program. It is a 5-week online program that you get completely free. Now, with that, it includes personal mentoring. It includes live webinars. So we will be doing, as I said, we're launching our next one on June 4th. You will be able to listen to that and be a part of those live webinars. And you, of course, you have me there as well to ask any questions that you feel stuck on and help you break down any blocks that you're feeling stuck with. You also get, where are we? Monthly team calls. So I always get guest speakers in. We have a lot of information and support provided a lot of resources to really help, because sometimes, you know, I mean, for example, tomorrow night we're having a money mindset webinar to really help, you know, if money mindset is something that you really struggle with, you know, feeling like you're not good enough or things like that, you don't deserve it. That can often be a huge thing when people start becoming successful in their businesses. They feel like they don't deserve the income. So we're having a webinar tomorrow night on money mindset. You know, things like this to really support everyone it's just really, really helpful on your journey. And you also get a step-by-step guide written by me on actionable steps that will really set you up for success. And of course, the free website that I was telling you about. Yeah, so that's what you get as part of being part of the Healthy Happy Life Tribe. Now, the beautiful thing about that is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So you don't have to go and create all of these things. The amazing thing is that everything that I have provided here and provide for you as part of the Healthy Happy Life Tribe, you get to plug your own members into. So you don't have to recreate all of this. It's all there for you, which I just think it just makes your life so much easier. It's all there. You've got all the information, you've got the groups, and you know, when you're ready, you can create your own. But in the beginning, it's just about feeling confident about reaching out to people with the oils. So absolutely amazing. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna use those words again. So it's definitely a choose your own adventure. It's based on your vision. So what do you want to do? You know, you might be like, well, I want to do this, but at the moment I'm working full time. But I'm going to do doTERRA part time. I'm going to do 2 to 3 hours a week and maybe a class a month, 2 classes a month, 3 classes a month. That's, you're probably going to be earning, say, between $100 and $500 a month from doing something like that. You'll be getting your oils for free, which is going to be good, fantastic. But, maybe it'll take you 1 to 3 months to get to that mark. And then based on sharing like that, you start earning an extra $500 a month. So you could pay your phone bill, you could pay your mortgage, whatever's going on for you with your bills. You could pay some of your Christmas shopping, who knows. But, maybe you decide then you want to work 10 to 20 hours per week. In 3 to 12 months, based on what you're going to do, you're going to be making between 500 and 5,000. So what I typically see, as I said, is, when people hit platinum, that's when they will quit their other job and they will go into doTERRA full time, because platinum's a 6-figure salary. So platinum is, if you've got your part-time job, you'll probably quit because you'll be finding it a little bit hard to manage both at once. And you feel like a little bit overwhelmed that you can't do both of those at once. But, the opportunities don't stop there. doTERRA have huge travel opportunities as well. And I think it's really important to acknowledge that we all deserve financial abundance for the effort that we put into helping others. doTERRA has an opportunity for you to create a job that you absolutely love, a job where you feel that you're able to help others with. For me, when I started the business, it was something that got me out of huge amount of debt. About 6 months ago, we were able to pay off around $30,000 worth of credit card debt just from doing doTERRA. And I feel so blessed to have had this opportunity that I've been able to do while Asha is still small, and still being able to do it in the pockets of time. I have worked hard. I have worked really hard, done a lot of classes, but it's paid off. And I am just so excited to see my team rising now. And, this time next year, I'm really excited to watch so many of our members walk the stage and be recognized. So, so I want you to ask yourself, what does financial abundance really mean to you? Because we all deserve it and are capable of achieving it, and it's here for all of us. So, yeah, and and remember that you're not only changing people's lives by sharing a bottle of frankincense with a mum who hasn't slept for a couple of months, or easy air for her child that's been sick and has been coughing. You're not just going to change their lives. You're going to change the lives of the people in undeveloped countries. So you're going to be helping the people through our humanitarian efforts, and you can do that. You can be a part of that. The other thing I love about doTERRA is the community, one thing that I found, especially after becoming a mum, and I'm sure if many of you are mums at the moment, you probably resonate with this. I felt that when I had a baby, I sort of lost myself a little bit. I felt like I didn't really, I just felt like I didn't really know who I was anymore. And I found that doTERRA really gave me a passion and a purpose. And what I love is that it's really connected me to a whole group of like-minded women that are absolutely amazing, that I feel so blessed to be able to call so many of them close friends. And, you know, I love that we're all here to help each other rise. And I just think doTERRA has just created such an amazing opportunity for people. You know, the community, not even cross-line communities, are just incredible. You know, there's no sort of catty, what's the word? Competition. It's just everyone is there to support each other, and I absolutely love that. So it gives you the opportunity to meet people that are, you know, originally strangers. So most of the people on my team were strangers, you know, and now they're just really great friends, and I feel like I've got this great supportive network that I can lean on as well. So yes, the opportunity to work on so much. It's something that means so much. You know, you partner with a company that means so much to the world, to us, and it frees up the space. So if you want to go work on some passion projects and, you know, you don't want to have the stress of not having income to pay certain things, doTERRA allows this. And I also love that they really celebrate the people when they achieve. So I walked the stage as a diamond leader last year, and it was absolutely incredible. And it just wells me up with a bit of tears, because I think it was just such a big achievement for me. And I just, the life change that this has created for myself has been incredible. And the fact that, you know, like I get to spend every single day with my son. He's a night owl, so he's still, I don't know if you can hear him, he's causing a ruckus out there. You know, he usually doesn't go to bed till 10 o'clock at night. So he is a night owl, and I love that I'm able to be there with him. You know, we're still breastfeeding, so he's always got me there. I've never had to miss out on any of his life. You know, if we want to go down the beach, we can do that, and I just love that. And you know what I love is that anybody can do this. So, you know, it may be the mum that's just dropped her kids off at school that's almost hasn't gotten out of pajamas to throw herself in the car and get the kids off to school. Or, you know, it might be the woman who doesn't want to go back to her job after being on maternity leave. Or, you know, there's just so many people from all walks of life doing this business and being incredibly successful in that. And I love that. So when you do start doing doTERRA and you see how real everybody is, you see you in them. You see, yeah, well, if they can do it, I can do it. I remember my first leadership convention that I went to, and I saw everyone in that room that was part of the leaders, and I just knew at that point that this was going to be a job that I will do for the rest of my life. You know, I know that this business is just incredible, and I just love that I'm able to help spread this message with others as well. Okay, so what have I missed? I don't think I've missed anything here. Okay, so I've already said, so it's really easy to get started, to put your hand up. It's your decision to make this happen. It's your decision to partner with doTERRA. You've just got to buy oils, get an account, and put your hands up to go. So in nearly 3 years that I've been with doTERRA, I've never had a single person send their oils back. But you know what? doTERRA actually have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you buy the oils and you don't do the business, or you decide it's not for you, that's completely okay. What's the worst that can happen? You know, A, you get the best essential oils in the world that you can use to help keep your family healthy and well, or to keep you calm and grounded. Or B, you help your kids sleep. Sorry, I've just completely lost my train of thought. I thought I heard Ashley yell then, but it's all right. So yeah, so you can get the best essential oils in the world, and they can help you become healthier, or you can send the oils back and get your money back. But, you know, I can guarantee you that when you have these oils in your hands, that will not be something you're doing. So there's no separate process for someone to sign up as a customer or someone to sign up as they were doing the business. So even if someone starts as a customer, they've always got the potential to do the business. You just need to enroll as a wellness advocate so that you can get 25% off your oils. And as soon as you enroll, I will, or the person who you enroll with, will send you a welcome email. We'll plug you into all of the resources. You get access to our training, and you'll be welcomed into our team. And then all you need to do is just let us know when you're ready to do the business, and then we can plug you into the business side of things. So yeah, you have all the support. It's just about you and when you're ready, basically. So I want you to ask yourself, I want you to have a think and, you know, do you want to empower and educate others with simple tips to improve their health and wellness? Do you want to provide easy, accessible solutions for other families? Do you want to help and serve others? Do you want to make a positive impact in the world? Do you want to fall in love with your job instead of hating the 9-to-5 grind? Do you want to control your work schedule so that you have more time with your family? And do you want to work from the comfort of your own home? Do you want to connect with people that are part of a supportive community and design a life you love? Do you want to make your own rules and be your own boss? I know it's pretty fun that, you know, I don't ever have to call anyone and say, oh, you know, I really want to take 2 weeks off. Would it be okay if I get some leave? I never have to worry about that again. Yeah, and do you want to find your tribe and people that just get you? You know, I really want you to have a think about this, because this business model fits into any lifestyle, because you're the one who makes the rules and you set your own pace. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom or looking for a side business, or whether you work full-time and are looking for a change. This is the perfect... Ooh. I don't know if you guys heard that big bang. It's a perfect opportunity for transition. You can grow into it slowly or as quickly as you like. So now I'm going to quickly run through the kits with a bit of a visual. I've just had a question pop up. Yes, yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to go now. I will always also email you, if you haven't seen this, this is the business opportunity guide. It goes into depth, into the earning potentials, into all the information. I'll email this to everyone that had registered as well. Now, where are we? Okay, so now there's quite a few options. As I said, you can start as little as a $35 membership and your postage, but I wouldn't recommend that if you're planning on doing the business. The one that I do recommend first for the business is the Home Essentials Kit. You have your free diffuser, your top 10 oils, as I said, heavily discounted, so you save $245 off retail. The next kit, which I absolutely love, is one of our newer kits. It's the Nature Solutions Kit. It's the next step up. Not only do you get the top 10 oils, you also get a whole range of other oils for emotional support. You also get a hormone balancing blend, a strong head tension blend. You also get a diffuser, a cute little box, and you get some toxin-free products as well, like a toothpaste, hand wash, etc. And so that's sort of a kit that you can dive into if you're wanting to do that. Or we also have the oil sharing kit. Now, the oil sharing kit I recommend for people who currently run a business and, you know, you're wanting to have these in your shop because they have multiple of the same oils. So that would be a kit that I would recommend for, say, a shop front that are wanting to incorporate the essential oils as well. But basically, these two are probably the best options. There is also a smaller kit, which you can check out on page 11 of the intro guide, which is the Essential Collection Kit. That kit is worth $174. The only difference between the Essential Collection Kit and the Home Essentials Kit is the size of the bottles. So the Essential Collection Kit has 5 ml bottles. The Home Essentials Kit has 15 ml bottles. So 80 drops, 250 drops. So the Home Essentials Kit is so much more better value for money. But if you're wanting to start small, that is also another kit that you can start with as well. But because the Home Essentials Kit is the best seller, I do recommend as being your one that you do have, because I do find that is one that you can take people through. So basically all you need to do to get started is to get in touch with me or the person that invited you to this webinar, and we will get you all started. And if you have any questions, please feel free to pop in the comments. I will stay online for a couple more minutes, but I will stop the share so that anyone can stop the recording so that anyone can ask questions. But I really hope you've enjoyed tonight, and it's been a really great overview for you. As you can see, I'm really passionate about this business. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm really excited to support you in your own doTERRA journey at whatever pace you choose. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for your time, and have a lovely night. Just stop this share and then I'll bring up the questions.